So welcome back everybody. So the other day I did a video and it was the Tennessee Onion Casserole. It was one of the best side dishes I've ever had. It was delicious. It really was. However, there are a couple changes I want to make because I have a couple of issues with that recipe and they all seem to have the same issue. Onions, when they're baked for an extended period of time, throw off a lot of water. And that would be my biggest complaint, would be that when the thing cooked down, the flavor was outstanding. But as you dish the casserole, there would be an eighth of an inch, a quarter of an inch of onion water at the bottom of the dish. So to me, that's not so much of a casserole because really it was onions and cheese. When you think of casseroles, you think of a cream sauce, maybe you think of maybe some kind of a onion soup mix or something like that mixed in with pasta or rice or something of the sort, and then some kind of maybe a protein mixed in. So they call it a casserole. I think that's used kind of loosely. Forgive me if you're from Tennessee and I'm saying, it's not a casserole. To me, it's not, but it's still delicious. It's one of the best side dishes I've ever had. So today I'm going to try to make it something a little different, how I like it. So I'm going to do side-by-side comparisons. One, the way I made it the other day. The second one is going to be with a roux, and I'm going to put some cheese in, so it's a cheese sauce with some ham. But in the meantime, I went to the DG and got some of these aluminum bread pans. In the bottom, I've punched a bunch of holes in both. They will be setting on top of my roasting pan on a cooling rack. All of the liquid from the onion should drip down into the tray, allowing the onions to bake better, in my opinion. We're going to find out. So with that said, stick around. Please hang out with me for maybe 5 or 10 minutes and let's see if this works. See you in a minute. Okay, so here we are. So I'm going to make them both side by side. So first, let me chop up my onions. Remember, I don't want to put those in there yet. I apologize. I don't want to do that yet. I want to throw them in my bowl. Let me see how much that actually takes. So that'll be the first layer. And then let me chop up this onion. It's no specific way in how you chop your onion. Doesn't matter to me. Again, if you want to use a sweet Vidalia onion, that would be great. This was just a plain old white onion. So cut them as thin or as thick as you want. But again, like I said, I love onion. So that dish the other day I made lasted me the one day. Okay. Oh, I just dropped some. 5-second rule, guys. I'll put that aside over there. Okay. Now, let me get some in this one. I am dropping onion everywhere. Okay, there's the first layer. Then I can do everything else. Okay, that'll work. I have plenty of onion. Okay, these dishes are already pre-greased with some oil. Oh, let me do this. So the spicing is all going to be the same. The only change when I put the onions in the dishes here is The one that's going to get the cheese sauce and the creamy cheese sauce is not going to get the butter on it. It's going to already get the butter that's in the roux that I'm making, the cheese sauce, the cream sauce I'm making for it. There's going to be butter in that. So it's a 1/4 cup of butter. I am not going to put 1/4 cup of butter plus butter in the roux on it. It would be just too much. So there's that one. Let's see how much this one fills up. Oh yeah, we got plenty. All right. So that said, let me set this one aside. That will have the ham and the roux. This goes in here. And then, again, remember the spice mix. Our spice mix was half a teaspoon of garlic, half a teaspoon of oregano, half a teaspoon of mustard powder, half a teaspoon of dried parsley. That's right from my herb garden, and half a teaspoon of pepper. Remember, we don't need salt. I didn't use salt in it. There was enough other spices in it, so I don't require. And I'll just give this a little stir, and you can see the mixture. And I just pour this over. Everything in the bowl. And then I just coat the onions. I do it this way. Some recipes say to put a pat of butter on it. I like to mix the butter onto the actual main part of the dish so it all gets evenly coated. So let's get that pushed down in there. And let's do our cheese, just a small layer of cheese. This is just a Fiesta blend, which I really like this Fiesta blend. It's delicious. And then we just finish it off. We come back in with the rest of the onion. Now, onions cook down a lot. So that's why I got these smaller bread pans, because I wanted them to be heaped up a little bit, because I know they're gonna cook down in the oven. Let's get all of this goodness on there. Okay. Let's toss a little cheddar on there. A little smoked paprika. A little aluminum foil. I'm going to leave it tented a little bit so it doesn't stick to the cheese so much. Okay, so there is our first one. Remember, there's holes in the bottom. That should let the water from the onions drain out. Now, give me a few minutes. Let me get my roux going over here. I'm not going to waste your time showing you that. I've shown that before. So I'm going to make my little cheese sauce, and then we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, everybody. I have my roux, or my cheese sauce, I should say. So now, what we're going to do is I'm going to put that in the dish. I'm going to mix in the same spice mixture. Okay, it's all matches because I want it to taste pretty much the same flavor profiles. So there you go. Okay, we'll give that a little stir. And you can start to see all of that stuff coming together. Smells really good. Really good. Now I'm going to take about half a cup of my diced ham that I got on sale the other day. Let's get that mixed around. And now let's throw in the star of the party, the onions, and let's get them mixed up with the cheese sauce and the ham. Let me move some things here. I have my garnish all ready to go. Put this up here. So everything is mixing well, as you can see. And again, I'm just going to reiterate, I didn't put butter, I didn't melt butter on this batch because this has a lot of butter in the roux. And then you got all that creaminess from the cheddar cheese I melted in. So there you have it. It smells really good, really, really good. Okay, so let's half this mixture. Get a little in the bottom. There we go. All right. Fiesta mix time. A little bit of Fiesta. Polish this off with the rest of the onion mixed in the cheese sauce with the diced ham. I'm excited about this because if this works the way I'm hoping, then I can transform this from a side dish, add a little more protein the next time, and you have yourself a complete meal. Okay, a little cheddar. I use sharp cheddar. We like the tang. We like the bite of the sharp cheddar. And you know what? Let's get it all in the pool. All in the pool. Everybody in the pool. There we have it. Look at that. And it's only going to look better as it comes out. So, put on a little bit of my smoked paprika. Doesn't so much add color as it does, I like it for the flavor. And again, we're going to tent it a little bit because I don't want the cheese to all stick to the inside of the foil. And there you have it. Give me about 30 minutes, or probably an hour, because I got to cook it for 30 minutes covered, 30 minutes uncovered. Here's what we have. 30 minutes covered, 30 minutes uncovered. I have my garnish of green onion, which I'm going to chop up off camera. We'll see you back here in about 1 hour. Take care. Okay, welcome back everybody to Tennessee Casserole 2.0. Tennessee Onion Casserole 2.0. So we have, with ham and a cheese sauce, and the way I made it the other day, to do a side-by-side comparison. I do have, the only change this time is going to be some onions I can sprinkle on from my windowsill. Put those on. So, yes, putting the holes in the bottom of those pans, the water drained out, any liquids drained to the bottom, so it's not a mushy mess in the bottom. So that's already a plus. But now we're going to go in for the taste test. And here's the original recipe. Yeah. Still, it's even better. Much better with the water drained off from the onions. Pardon me. Pardon me while I cleanse my palate. Palate cleansed. This is the one I'm excited about because this is going to have the roux and some ham in it. So I want to make sure I get a piece of onion, ham, and some of the cheese sauce. So that's a complete bite right there. Pardon me. Both very, very, very good, in my opinion. Hands down. Poke holes in the bottom of the pan, of the aluminum pan. Bake it in that dish. I would definitely add the cheese sauce. You just make a simple roux and then just add an ounce or two of cheddar or mozzarella, whatever cheese you like. Let it melt together. Mix that over the onions. This is a complete meal. You could eat this as a complete meal. I mean, it's got everything. You could do Italian sweet or spicy sausage, and it would be like a sausage and peppers baked casserole. Instead of putting it on a bun, if you're watching carbs, that would be a delicious meal for you without the carbs or the carbs from the bun. You could put hamburger in that or slice up some really thin, like a skirt steak or something, because it bakes for an hour and 10 minutes. And it would, if you let it bake that long, the meat would soften and it would definitely tenderize the meat. You could put bacon and that would be outstanding. And I think I'm going to do this recipe again in a few weeks. And this time I'm going to add some chopped up potatoes. If you put potatoes in there with that cheese sauce, with the onions, and bake it, and the water runs off the bottom of the pan, that's a complete meal. It was not even a side dish anymore. It is a meal you could make a big tray of. And as long as people like onions, which they're delicious in this, they're very sweet because they bake for over an hour. It's not pungent. It's not a strong onion flavor. It is a sweet onion flavor. It's delicious. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. And please subscribe, like, share, all of that, if you don't mind. I would appreciate it. Thank you for spending time with me, and I'll see you in the next one.